And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here? Is this is this really happening? You met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
But you're more in the category like Luther Richter, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God! And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Okay,
you
so
gotta have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how
I
do you do
mean,
it? Teach me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes, then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All
and start laughing.
do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well out there. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. It is 7 o'clock. All right, it's 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely comment down below and let me know you guys are doing well out there. There's a lot of things that we got to talk about. We don't have a whole lot of time to talk about a lot of different things that we have going on today or that has happened over the past couple hours. There's a few things that we need to talk about. I mean, obviously, there's quite a bit of interesting information going on from Trump right now in regards to him. It looks like he's announcing a surge of federal law enforcement going to Chicago, which will be a very interesting thing. As part of what he is calling Operation Legend, Trump announced on Wednesday, today, that he will surge federal agents to the city to combat violence and crime. He also said he would be sending agents to Albuquerque and other cities soon. So Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has publicly denounced the move by the president and has made it clear that the federal agents are not welcome in Chicago. So that is just some developing news that just went down just now, or just in the past few hours, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Play a little bit of his announcement. And now I understand that in the title down below it says we're gonna be talking about mental health, and we are gonna be chopping it up about that very, very shortly here. But I found this very interesting, and this is something that's brand new, brand spanking new. So we got to discuss this. We got to have a conversation about this. We did talk about this a little bit earlier today on the morning show, but now this is some interesting stuff. I ain't gonna lie, this is some interesting stuff, and I'm interested to see what you guys think on this. So anyway, let me pull this up really quick so that we can get a nice little gander on this issue right here. You know, what? Why is it tripping? One more time. Okay. So for some weird and strange reason, Twitter's acting a fool. Hold on one second. We will pull it up here in a second. But anyway, yes, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm now just seeing all the comments now. Thank you guys so much for jumping in and tuning in. We are going to talk about the main thing that we have up here, but I definitely want to open up the phone lines because I definitely need to know what you guys think on this situation. But I was trying to pull up the actual video, and for the life of me, it's not allowing. Okay, now it's working. It's like Twitter got shut down for a second there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Gestapo Trump is trending right now, which I find extremely interesting. There we go. Let me get this up here real quick so we can all see this for ourselves with our own two eyes. You know what I'm saying? Let's check this out with our own two eyes. Shall we, fellas? Ladies and germs, if you will.
For this reason today, I am announcing that the Department of Justice will immediately surge federal law enforcement to the city of Chicago. The FBI, ATF, DEA, U.S. Marshal Service, and Homeland Security will together be sending hundreds of skilled law enforcement officers to Chicago to help drive down violent crime. And murderers and violent criminals are breaking a wide range of federal laws. We have that. It's as wide as it can be. We will find them, arrest them, and prosecute them. They will be in jail for many years to come. And we will work with local police to identify violations of state and local laws to help ensure that offenders are caught and jailed for their crimes. But we must remember that the job of policing a neighborhood falls on the shoulders of local elected leadership. Never forget that. When they abdicate their duty, the results are catastrophic. Americans must hold their city leaders accountable. They must insist that community officials fully support, fully back, and fully fund their local police departments. There is simply no substitute for a police department that has the strong backing of city leaders. In the meantime, we will use federal law enforcement to vigorously charge federal crimes and support these besieged communities to the greatest extent possible. This will be hard, painstaking work. It will take time. The tide will not recede overnight, but we will marshal all of the strength and focus and determination that we can possibly do. This is a critical effort. We will continue to call on state and local leaders to do their job and protect their citizens. The operation in Chicago will be done as part of Operation Legend, which was recently launched in Kansas City, Missouri, and very successfully, I might add. It is named after Legend Talifaro, a 4-year-old boy who's shot, think of this, he was shot and killed last month while he lay asleep in his home. Legend's mother, Grieves, our hearts and pains and souls, and we thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We are profoundly grateful to be joined by Sharon. Would you please stand, Sharon? Sharon, please. And also Legend's father, Raphael, and his grandparents, Alfred and Pauline. Yes? You look so great, so great. Thank you very much. I appreciate your nice statements before, too. Thank you very much. Thank you. Legend is looking down. He's very proud of you right now, I tell you. Thank you very much. To Legend's family, we cannot even begin to imagine your anguish and your sorrow, but we solemnly promise to honor Legend, and we will be fighting every day to save the lives of America's children. Under Operation Legend, we will also soon send federal law enforcement to other cities that need help. Other cities need help. They need it badly. They should call. They should want it. They're too proud or they're too political to do that. One of them is Albuquerque, New Mexico, where last fall, 55-year-old Jackie Vigil was murdered as she was getting into her car to go to the gym. We're joined today by her husband, Sam, and her sons, Raul and Kevin, both New Mexico State police officers. Would you please stand? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Great-looking family. Thank you very much.
Interesting. Well, Operation Legend is going to be in full effect here very, very soon. Or a continuation, of Operation Legend is going to be starting here fairly soon. And he's going for Chicago right now. Now, I understand that Mayor Lori Lightfoot had something to say about that, which we are going to pull up here. Let's see what she had to say about this. And maybe she didn't say anything at all. She just made a statement, I guess. Try to find it. So. There we go. Let's see. It's a now this video, but we're going to play it anyway. And see if we can have, maybe there's something in here. But yeah, so here it is, guys. I mean, obviously this is some real stuff, man. I mean, he's really going out there. He's going to deploy those federal law enforcement officers out there. And this thing's really going down. So Lori Lightfoot, mayor of Chicago, had something to say about it, and we're going to play it right now. Here it is.
They think that they're going to take us on and make us look bad because that'll score points with their base. And to that, I've said, and I'll say again, good luck. The mayors are getting it done.
Kayleigh McEnany, you called her Karen. Can you explain that?
Yeah.
Bruh.
I think it's pretty straightforward. Look, what we've seen, and unfortunately what we're going to continue to see, is the Trump administration obviously thinks that they will score some political points by trying to demonize and make Democratic mayors, particularly women mayors, like myself, Mira Bowser, Keisha Lance Bottoms of Atlanta, Jenny Durkin of Seattle. They think that they're going to take us on and make us look bad because that'll score points with their base. And to that, I've said, and I'll say again, good luck.
Okay. So, the thing is that no matter which way you look at it, I mean, obviously the violence in these various cities have been getting really volatile, man. I mean, it's getting really bad out there. Now, I can't sit here and say that I have a solution to any of these problems. I don't, and I keep on saying, like, there is no full-on right answer to this situation. All I know is that I don't know how long, because here's the thing, like, obviously there has been a surge of violence in Chicago, even so, Lori Lightfoot Mayor Lori Lightfoot actually did make a statement as of yesterday, apparently, and she was speaking on the rising violence after, the rising violence in regards to the funeral shooting that happened just the other day. Now, what I find really weird, what is weird to me, y'all, what is really, really weird to me is that this is really going down. Like this shooting that went down, 14 people were shot outside of a funeral. A funeral, y'all. And I know that we talked about it this morning. We talked about this a little bit this morning. And no matter what, that kind of violence, that kind of act is just ridiculous. People who are getting together and just mourning over somebody who has just passed, and now they got to fend for their own lives because some guy is driving by and just spraying them with bullets. It just doesn't make any sense. All of it is crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to read all you guys' comments here in a second, but I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this whole situation. This is really, really weird in my personal opinion. It's such a strange, just how everything has been going down, how all this has gone down, and the fact that there has been violence, things have surged, and suddenly now we're getting into a place where Trump is literally going to be sending out federal agents to other places. Now, this is not like, hey, the violence is happening because of protests. This is just regular acts. This is just unreasonable acts of violence. You see what I'm saying? Like unmotivated acts of violence. Now, if it's protesting, I understand that piece, and him just bringing in federal agents try to calm things down. I get that piece to a certain extent. But when it comes to the city having violence, that's another thing, you know? But at the same time, there have been weird things that have been going on, man. There's been random acts of violence that have been happening randomly everywhere as we speak. I mean, even today, this afternoon, in a place that is in my own city, there was a shooting at the local shopping mall. Somebody got shot in the arm, and another guy got shot point blank in the head. All right. Now, here it is, though. St. Louis is kind of known for its violence. We have our fair share of violence out here. You know, this isn't somebody who was pulling up to a funeral and just blasting 14 people. But at the same time, acts of violence do happen. You know, I'm not justifying it, but I'm just trying to point that out. Those things do bloody happen. Unfortunately. Now, I'm wondering, and I throw this question up to you guys. You know, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Trump is in the right for doing this and actually sending the troops? Or do you think that he is maybe overstepping and just being a little bit overzealous and, a little bit overzealous with the federal agents, you know? So definitely comment down below or give me a call, 314-766-4581. Drop a dime. Let me know. Let's speak on it. And I'm going to read some of your comments because I know some of you guys have been already commenting below and all that. Ducky Momo said Trump is doing it for the babies. Mr. T12, the Republicans are going to continue to point out that this is the result of 40 years of Democratic rule in urban cities. Yeah, you know, I do kind of feel like that's going to be the situation too. It's already happening, by the way. There's a lot of conservatives, a lot of conservative commentary YouTube channels that are literally saying that. It's like, oh, because of they've been so lenient on certain things and these damn liberals and their liberal ways and all that stuff. That's already happening, by the way. That's already happening, which is crazy because I don't think it's automatically there. I don't think you can literally just turn to one group, one political group and say it's their fault. It's everyone's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's just how the world works right now. And then people are angry right now. People are losing their minds right now, which is why I wanted to talk about mental health a little bit today, you know, or tonight, you know, because these things are important. People are slowly losing their minds. People are getting angry. People have a lot of time on their hands. And this is the funny thing that I said even right before any of you guys were on here. It was like James and Debbie at one point, you know, and Shaniqua, you know, it was a different group of people, but I was sitting there going, I'm really scared that crazy is going to start coming out of everybody, even out of the most sanest human being. Crazy is going to start coming out. And look at what we're having right now. People getting shot, killed at a funeral of all things. And more shootings are happening as we go along. More and more craziness is going on. And it's the craziest, wildest stuff, man. You know, now it's like you can't even go outside. Now not only are you dodging the Rona, you're also dodging literally bullets. This is ridiculous. Tanu Vane, 97 more people have been killed this year in Chicago than all of last year. Now, that's some crazy information too. You know what I'm saying? But does that merit federal agents? Just saying. Does that merit federal law enforcement being deployed and sent into the city of Chicago? You see what I'm saying? Inquiring minds would like to know. You know, when is the right time to send out Operation Legend? You feels me? When is the right time? you know? So definitely keep the comments going on down below. Southern Celtic, what's up? Thank you for watching on Periscope. Thank you. Yeah, I like this T-shirt too, man. It's finally it's finally fitting me again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said, I've been trying to take off some of this weight, bruh. This quarantine weight, guys. Woo! It's been kicking my butt. Anyway, Tanner Vane, almost as many cops have been killed this year already as all of last year combined. Damn, that's a lot, Tanner Vane. That's crazy. Okay. Sorry, the 97 is up from this time last year, which is 373 this year. Wow. Yeah. And the year isn't even over yet, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like last time I checked, yeah, we in July. You know what I'm saying? 135 cops have died on duty this year and 147 for all of last year. Damn. Okay, so Jenny H. Hello, good evening, Jenny H. Intimidation, fear manipulation on every level. The population is being pushed back into their little boxes and muzzled. So I understand that is an attempt at trying to, of course, you're using a fear tactic for sure. You're using an intimidation tactic for sure. Now, the thing is, though, is that helpful? Is that going to work? Now, you got something like the federal agents are out in Portland right now. And Jenny, you can attest for this because you're in Oregon right now as we speak. So let me ask you, you know, you got them deployed. You got the federal agents out there. All right. They're all out there hanging, chilling. Now, do you think that has kept the peace? Do you think that has dropped the peace, dropped the violence down to a low hum? Or do you think things escalated? Do you think things went straight through the roof? That's what I'd like to know. Is this going to be a helpful tactic? Or is this just going to be stirring the pot and making things worse? I have no clue. I'd really be interested in a poll of the general people in the areas of violent crime, but I doubt the news will ask any of them. I don't have an opinion on the feds being involved, but the way he is going about it seems to be stirring people up, not calming them down. Yes, Michelle, I couldn't agree more. You know, I definitely see that point like crazy. I know people in Seattle was asking them for them long before they showed up. Interesting. Now, Seattle might be a totally different conversation. Obviously, Chaz, whatever was going on in Chaz and Chop or whatever the heck it was called. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, obviously, there was that situation going on. They could have brought them in at that time. During those moments, they could have done that then. I don't know why they slept on it. I don't know why they were sleeping on Chaz, but I see your point in that regard. You know? But then, you know, I'm just saying, like, woo, you know? I only see what Michelle is talking about. I've been seeing people just getting riled up. I just see more people it's giving them more reason to protest. It's giving them more reasons to be upset and get angry. I have yet to see them come out here and go, oh, the federal agents are coming? Okay, cool. I don't see that. All right. Oh, they coming through? Okay, bet. No. We got to calm down, y'all. Everybody calm down. We good. We got to calm down. They here. And they mean business. So we got to chill. I haven't seen that yet. I have yet to see that. I have yet to see that kind of effect. I've just seen what we've seen in these videos of people just acting a fool and losing their damn minds. So, like I said, I'm interested to see how effective this approach will be. because we don't need more people dying. I get the whole thing of there's a lot of violence. We need to simmer down now. We need to stop this violence from happening. I get that. I fully get that. But violence does not beget, like, two wrongs don't make a right. So bringing them in and riling the angry protesters up even more, you're just going to get more violence. You're going to get more looting and more vandalism and more crime and more chaos and more deaths. God forbid more deaths. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have all the answers here, you know. No, this made the situation way more violent than it has been. More people will be out protesting at this point than ever before. And this is from Jenny H. Thank you so much to Doogie. They got so upset that they made a wall of moms. And that's very true. They did do a wall of moms, which I'm just like, ¿por qué? But that's just me. Ducky Momo. He kept letting people get murdered in the street. He can't keep letting people get murdered in the streets. Now, Ducky Momo, I get your point. I see you. I see what you're saying. He can't just sit by and let this be. He can't sit idly by and let the world just go up in flames. I get that. And he's being proactive, at least at something. Whether that is an approach, if this is a good approach or a bad approach, he's doing something at least. He's being proactive instead of inactive. Just like what happened with Chaz. There's a lot that could have happened or could have been taken care of with Chaz. Instead of more people getting hurt and people dying, you know, they could have stepped in and there could have been a change at that moment. They could have done something. But like I said, these special agents, is this the right way? The federal government did, Jenny H. Hi, thank you so much again. The federal government did this on the down low and try to keep it a secret from the people. That's pretty shady activity. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Mr. T12, I generally believe that groups of people just love to get up in arms and protest just cause. So the real issue being, as always, hijacked. So the real issue is, as always, issue is being, as always, hijacked. Now I get it. I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying. And this is exactly what I was talking about this morning. It's like the focus is gone. The focus goes out, like the goal, the reason why they're out in the streets, the reason why they're protesting, the reason why they're putting their foot down gets thrown out the window. It loses focus. The focus is gone, you know, because they're too busy dealing with now federal agents, or dealing with another force of, as the protesters would say, a force of evil, you know. And you know, and that's when you go, okay, how much of this is going to be helpful, and how much of this is going to be something that's going to hinder them. Let's see. Michelle Smale said people had less sympathy for the Portland protesters when they got roughed up for firing legal fireworks at federal buildings and tearing down statues. The feds have swung the sympathy pendulum back. True dat. I don't know if you saw my tweet, but they found a corpse in the burned wreckage of Minneapolis. Yes, I did get that, and I was going to talk about that too, which is really crazy. It's really, really crazy that that is something that's real, and that it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation for sure. It's been a while, but so much was destroyed. They just now found it. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it, under the wreckage and under the rubble and all that. I mean, you know, there's a lot of cities that are still in the middle of cleaning up, still trying to mend their wounds, if you will. You know, gotta love the wall of moms and the wall of dads. You know, it's. I get why they're doing that. I get why the wall of moms and wall of dads exist. But to me, it just seems, I don't know. It's just, I guess I'm on the fence about how I feel about it. About this, the wall of moms and the wall of dads thing. And I get it, it's all for a good cause, or all for the greater good, or for what they are aiming for, what they want to have, you know, towards the common goal that they're trying to achieve. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Jacqueline, hello, Jacqueline Anderson. Thank you so much for commenting. Portland, Oregon, Jenny H. Portland, Oregon is only the first cities we'll be seeing this. Okay, it's not the only city we'll be seeing this all over the U.S. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, well, he's already showing that. He said he's hitting up Chicago. Next up is Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know, and then if it continues to work, he's going to keep taking over cities bit by bit with these federal agents, through federal law enforcement. Now, everyone's starting to call him Gestapo Trump right now, because they're worried about things turning into, you know, things starting to go down a route that they don't want to go down. You know, it's not good. It's not good. Now, like, if Lori Lightfoot could just actually, and this goes out to every other mayor as well. If all the mayors of every city could just get their, you know, get their cities in line, in a way, this would not be happening. But at the same time, you know, in the defense of Lori Lightfoot, who's to say that, you know, she's not going to know that there's going to be a random act of violence like that? You know what I'm saying? That's terrible what happened. And there has been a lot of violence in Chicago, but I feel like a lot of it's been from the wake of protests as well. So you have to add that into that, put that into consideration as well, you know? And I believe that she's doing everything she can to keep her city under control. But at the same time, she really needs to step up and do something right now. Instead of wasting her time calling, what's her face? I forgot her name now. A Karen, the McKinney, I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Kaylee, the White House press secretary, Kaylee McEnany. You know, instead of wasting her time calling her a Karen, she should be trying to figure out what the right step is right now to keep the people, her Chicagoans, safe, so that hopefully Operation Legend doesn't go anywhere near Chicago. But she needs to do something. And Tanovan, I totally agree. I'm interested in, he said, I'm interested to see what happens after it settles down. I absolutely agree. Because once it settles down, does that mean the federal agents are going to stick around? See what I'm saying? See, I get Portland to a certain extent, okay? Within the confines of what's going on with the protests and the chaos that's been going on over there, I get it. I get it to a certain extent. There was a mass shooting, which is terrible, in Chicago. I'm not trying to say either of them deserve any, like, I'm not trying to say one has more weight than the other, okay? But at the same time, it's not like there's a large group of protesters that are going crazy in Chicago, going in the streets and just destroying everything in sight. It was a mass shooting, which is terrible. So he went real quick to jump on it and say, hey, everybody, we're taking those federal agents over to Chicago now. Why? If it was protests, I could see that. When it's this absolute pandemonium, I can see that. But a terrible funeral shooting, terrible, absolutely nuts, terrible. Federal agents? So then I pose these other questions. Why didn't he do this when there was other mass shootings that happened? There's been other mass shootings that have happened way before George Floyd, way before the Black Lives Matter movement, way before COVID. There was other shootings that happened. There are other acts of violence that happened. Why wasn't he saying we're going to deploy the federal agents and the federal law enforcement right now? Right over there in such and such city. No, those things never happened. And then now he's going, okay, Chicago. And then, Mayor Lori Lightfoot or Mayor Lightfoot is literally sitting there. But why? And then, you know what? I feel like he said Chicago, and we're also going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this was the mayor from Albuquerque, New Mexico. As soon as they heard their city, they were probably like, huh? What? But why? What are you talking about? We doing just fine. I guarantee you. It's like that came out of what? We doing just fine? What are you talking about, New Mexico? What are you talking about, Albuquerque? We doing just fine. Aren't we doing just fine? I thought we were doing just fine. So, interesting. There's hundreds of reasons why just pick one when it's the whole system that needs to be abolished. That's an interesting statement, Michael D, for sure. There's a lot of things that need to be reapproached for sure. I couldn't agree more right there, for sure. There's a lot, but but like I said, deploying federal agents, mad because I'm flagrant, tap myself and the phone in the basement. Anyway, some Biggie Smalls right there. But I feel you on that. It's just that there is a lot of, but then it's like, why bring out the big guns? Why bring out the rabid dogs? And then go, oh, it seems like it's working in Portland, so let's sick these dogs over in Chicago too. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Absolutely nutty. From the damages, the cost of lawsuits against the state for not being protected, and the mass exodus of middle and upper class people from cities, we'll probably see a lot of them fall into bankruptcy. Yeah, you got a point there, Tanu Vane. Yeah, what a way to go, for sure. Do you really think the old establishment wasn't going to push back? They brought out the big dogs and kept the population under control. Yeah. It's yeah. Oh, and Michael D, you're right. This is all just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like literally when he said, "Oh man, I'm taking him out to Chicago." Literally, it's just, we've only just begun to live. Like, it's like, no. That's why it's like, hey guys, maybe we need to just pump the brakes real quick. We just need to pump the brakes real quick on all this chaos. Maybe just simmer down now. You know what I'm saying? Simmer down now for a little bit, and maybe these dogs won't come out. Now here's the thing. I know that's what he wants. That's what he's hoping for. He's hoping that everyone will get tame. It's like, I'm going to go get the belt if you don't eat those vegetables. But then it's like, we some rebellious mother lovers, man. So I don't know how long this is going to work for. Did anyone just wish David Chauvin would have just called out sick on Memorial Day? Shoot, I think a lot of us. I think a lot of us did. Yeah, a lot of us. And what's funny is that, you know, if they do not find, if they find some alley to go down, they find an excuse to get him like exonerate, like, you know, he ends up walking, bruh. There's gonna be another, like, it's gonna be like a powder keg of anger in the entire country. Oh, okay. It shouldn't settle down. I refer to the last sentence in Chappelle's 846 speech. Yeah. Because it keeps escalating. I think Oregon will calm down when the emergency legislation session to balance the budget and allot the federal aid money is completed. Man. Yogi, what's up, Yogi Fish? How you doing, my brother? From what I'm aware of, Trump sent them in because the local police are corrupt and allied with some of the violence. Some of the violence. Okay. Yeah. New Mexico is probably because of MS-13, because he's been going after them lately. Okay. Bryson Jackson, what's up, man? If only people treated people they care about. If only people treated people care about other races' issues as they care about money, people love the color green, or than black, more than black or minorities. Yeah, I mean, green means go. Green means go. You know, some people say, hey, man, I'm colorblind. The only color I see is green. And, you know, that's, I get it. There's a lot of people out here, you know, and there'd be people, some people out here for real. Yeah, I don't know. It's it's a very interesting time. And this is some wild stuff, but, you know, give me a call. The phone lines are open, 314-766-4581. Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts, you know what I'm saying, on this situation, you know. Yeah, I don't know if Enemy Nation's here today. He was on earlier, but I guess he's missing out today on this evening's conversation. But it is a really wild thing, man. Like this whole thing is just it's a confusing time, y'all. It's a stressful time. Not a confusing time, just a stressful time. You know, and we do need to find some sort of balance at some point. And that's what I was saying this last show. You know, we need to start figuring out what we need to do so that we can have these things properly figured out in a nice way, in a productive way, instead of people dying. Instead of people aimlessly losing their minds and doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. Like the other thing that I just talked about before we got into this conversation. There was a shooting at a local shopping mall in my city. And what's crazy is that, like, this was only 6 hours ago, and there was a full-on shooting at the St. Louis Galleria Mall. And it's just so weird.
Fox 2 News at 5 and also on our sister station, KPLR. But once again, just to recap, and of course bringing you those stories on the web as well at fox2now.com. What we do have at this point, resetting the situation, we don't know the ages of the men. We just know that 2 men shot, one in the arm, one in the head. That is confirmed by police at this point in time. Happened inside or just outside the Champs store, which is on the 2nd level, right next to a Forever 21 store, anchored by the Dillard store as well.
Crazy.
We were bringing you different shots from around the area of the Galleria, which is right there at Brentwood and Clayton Road, and then, of course, Highway 40 on the south side of the mall. Right now, police are still there. We're showing you those scenes. Very active investigation. Multiple police departments are at the scene working in unison. We asked about suspects, but we don't know anything besides that right now. What we do know is police do have guns drawn at the scene as well, and we're going to continue to bring you the updates right here on Fox 2 as soon as we get them, and of course on later editions of Fox 2 News at 5, KPLR 11, and our website as well.
Now, what's crazy is that this happened today. This literally happened 6, 7 hours ago. So some people were hanging out, chilling in the cut, inside the mall, by the way. Inside the mall. A suspect, walked up, because we don't know if it's a man or a woman. Suspect came up, shot the dude in the head, and then shot another guy in the arm and ran off. Now, this guy, as you just saw, like in that little bit of footage, homeboy, whatever dude shot the other dude, the 2 guys, is still on the loose right now as we speak. On God, y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, this is just two people. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't deserve the amount of I'm not sitting here saying that doesn't deserve the amount of attention or deserve the amount of weight that it should. It most definitely should. Regardless, a life is a life. Taking a life is still terrible. But what is still wild to me is that just happened. Now, I'm curious if Trump is going to deploy federal law enforcement in St. Louis as well. And to answer your question, Tanu Vane, yes, it is a mall that I frequent. It's a mall that everyone frequents. It's probably it's one of the only 2 last existing malls in the city or in St. Louis. Real talk. Every other mall has died because Amazon is kicking ass and online shopping is just the way to go nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So, real talk, that's a mall that I go to. Now, that's not the first time that there's been a shooting at the mall. Just 2 years ago, there was another shooting right outside Five Guys Burgers, right on the street, like right in front of the Galleria, on the side, just chilling. And if I'm correct, 2 people got shot then too. It's crazy. Nikki, thank you so much for the $20 tip. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. You know, but this is the world that we live in, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we've been living in this type of violence. We've been living in this type of violence, guys. We have been. As much as we say that we haven't, and the fact that we can even say that we have a toll of average amount of killings that happen in each city is still beyond me. But still, we still have people that are dying every single day, getting shot all the time. I'm not sitting here saying that these guys, whatever happened, how these guys died is terrible. It's barbaric. It's unnecessary. It's wrong, But at the same time, these are the things that we see every day, guys. At least in St. Louis. Brothers and sisters are getting shot all the time. Man, there was another dude that was shot just down the street from the Galleria, because they thought that he was stealing And cop followed him, chased him down, shot him. Then there was footage of him getting they were placing a gun on him and all that because they tried to make it seem like he was armed and dangerous, and he wasn't. You know? But that's a whole other Charles Dickens story for sure. Michael D, not much has changed. It's just now getting video recorded more often. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Without a shadow of a doubt. And that happened, you know what I'm saying? That's my hometown, man. That's right here. That's me. You feel me? So much that my girl called me incessantly today because she thought I was at the mall. She literally thought I was there. And she was like, did you, you know, are you okay? Did you do? I'm like, nah, I'm home. I didn't go. Nah, I didn't do nothing. I just got done with the show. I'm getting ready for another one. Nah. Craziness, man. Craziness. It's a dude too. I just found the photo of the guy who is out on at large right now as we speak. Such a damn shame, man. We need to stop killing each other, y'all. Like, that's it. Flat out. We need to stop killing each other. Yogi Fish, Pascal, question. Okay. I'm ready. Do you think violent and realistic video games normalize killing in young minds? I feel it contributes to it in a big way. You know, that's a very, very good question, Yogi Fish. I think it desensitizes the amount of. I think it desensitizes people in regards to, like, especially the very realistic type of shooting games and those kind of games that are out there. I think it does, but I think it desensitizes you more than anything. But at the same time, I'll say this though. Crazy is as crazy does. And crazy going to still do crazy. Doesn't matter if they are watching Barney every single day, I love you, you love me, or they're watching freaking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're still going to do crazy. They're still going to do asinine and ridiculous and horrible and barbaric things. Crazy is as crazy does. I don't think that person could be reading the Bible every single day, drinking Perrier and eating nothing but lettuce. And that dude will still do crazy. Unfortunately. And Tanner Vane, yeah, don't worry. I come packing. Figgity facts. So let's see. Yogi. Yes, he said, I agree from a mental health standpoint. Your brain doesn't know it's fake, so you get surges of adrenaline and thinks you are often in danger, so it prepares for that. But then, okay, so Tanner Vane, Yogi Fish, then I throw this out then too. If you got to click and drag that on top of horror movies too then. There's a lot of horror movies out there that are really realistic. There's a lot of war movies as well that are very realistic. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that love and are obsessed with horror movies, live off of horror movies, wanting that adrenaline rush, that nice reminder that they're still alive, getting scared every 5 seconds, looking at sometimes it's that torture porn or that gore, that horror porn that's out there that's really, really graphic, overly graphic type stuff. People eat that stuff up, love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you are going to say that about video games, you got to apply that to movies as well, for sure. But I still do agree with both of you guys. I mean, here it is. I do think kids are still too young to be playing those video games, and they shouldn't be playing those video games in the first place. There's a reason why it'll say rated M for mature, or rated T for teen, or rated E for everyone. You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why that is, but there's a lot of people out there that go, if he ain't gonna play it here, he gonna play it at his friend's house. And it's like, nah, man, you shouldn't even be letting those kids play those games, and that's it. You know? But people think, it's just video games. They know the difference between, fake and reality. And there's some kids out there that don't. For sure. That's just part of it. Michael D said, that's just one part of it. Our whole educational system is a setup to create ignorant, violent adults. Whole educational system, Michael D. Oh, okay. No, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying like, I'm not sitting here saying that I disagree with you, but I'm just trying to challenge that question or that statement. Our whole educational system is set up to create violent. I can understand the ignorant part, but violent adults? Inquiring minds would like to know. Do you mind elaborating on that, Michael D? I'd love to know. Debbie, what's up? How you doing, sweetheart? Good evening. By the way, you're in New Mexico. So apparently, I would love to know your opinion on this in regards to, if you don't know about Operation Legend, Trump is going to be sending out troops or federal law enforcement over to your neck of the woods. I don't know where you are exactly in New Mexico, but he's sending federal law enforcement to Albuquerque, New Mexico. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, because I'm sure I would assume you're probably surprised or think it's about that time. So definitely, I would love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below, please. I think the amount of time some of these kids spend playing games is more of an issue than the content. I agree with that. I think that if you're playing something over and over and over again, and you're just seeing all kinds of violence and graphic stuff over and over and over again, yeah, I mean, seriously, I'm gonna keep it straight funky with y'all. If I had a kid and my kid only wanted to watch this same horror flick, let's just say, he's in his teens and he just keeps watching this same horror flick over and over and over again, this is when I'm going, son, come here. Come sit down with me. What's up? You okay? Because you've been watching this same movie over and over and over again. What's up? For sure. That would make me concerned is all get out. And I feel like it should be the same when it comes to games as well. That's just what I think. Or I wish there was other things like games where you can turn, like there's like codes. You can turn it on, turn it off. I know that there are games like that, but not all of them have that. Where it's just like the safer version and then the adult version. But let's see. Violence stimulates examples of killing real easily. Yep, it does. That is true. Tanu Vane, I do love horror movies and violent video games. I don't play video games. I don't, but I do enjoy a horror flick every once in a while, but I got to be in the mood for it. You feel me? It's not like I'm going, ooh, let's watch a horror flick. I don't search those things out. I like thrillers more. I'm not a big fan of the jumping out in your face type of stuff. You know what I mean? The out of nowhere, or the girl with that's scantily clad with the super tight white tank top on with no bra is walking through like a really sketchy area. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you have the music in the background that's playing. Right, you got the soundtrack that's playing, and then all of a sudden the soundtrack just quietly drops out, and then all of a sudden, like that. I hate that stuff because you're always waiting for it. You're always waiting for it. And if the movie's any good, they do that stuff all the time. It's annoying as hell. I grew up with cowboy pictures, all kinds of shooting and killing in them. Yeah, well, shoot, that's terrible. I did not grow up with cowboy pictures. I guess I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, and there was one moment where a friend of mine learned the code to get to have all the blood and stuff in the video game. And then like we had that set, but you know, I guess by the time we did that, I lost interest in the game, I guess. I don't know. I didn't take it as seriously. You know, that was just not my peas. That was just not my peas and carrots. You know what I'm saying? Near El Paso, 300 miles from Albuquerque. Okay. They're talking. Okay. Plus, in these video games, they're talking to another person at the same time. They talk wild in those live player games. Absolutely, that stuff is crazy. And the stuff that they say to each other on those things is insane. And I feel like there's got to be some sort of regulations when it comes to kids playing video games, because you don't know who's on the other line. You know what I'm saying? There's so much nasty, crazy stuff going on. So many pedophiles, so many nasty, like, you know what I mean? Pedos, man. It's gross. And they're probably trying to holler at your kid. Man, that's messed up. They even entertain that idea. It's messed up. You know? Yeah, Chardon, come on, jump over to YouTube. The conversation's over on YouTube, sweetheart. Let's see. Oh, she's here already. I don't play video games either, but I like watching people play it live on Twitch. So here's the thing. You know, don't mean to take a little bit of a left turn. And okay. So this is a nice little combination conversation, because Chardon just said, "You don't play any video games?" No, I don't. I really don't. I just don't have time. Personally, I just don't have time. Every time I get a chance to chill and not do anything, it's usually like I'm usually eating, or I'm catching up on I'm binge watching a show, or I'm catching up on news and finding more content for the show. So like my week is pretty much packed with that. And then now I'm starting to implement and do more videos, which, by the way, I had plans on putting out a video tomorrow, or putting out a video on the show tomorrow. And I think I'm going to hold off until Monday, because I just don't have the time to get it finished and get it all ready for tomorrow's show, for tomorrow morning's show. But I promise you, it'll be fun. It'll be something you'll enjoy, and it'll be up to next week for sure, because tomorrow I only have one show, and it's tomorrow morning's show, really quick. But the other thing I was going to piggyback off of that whole I don't play video games thing is, Yogi, I don't get it why people like watching other people play video games. It just doesn't make sense to me. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Is not a form of entertainment to me, because most of the time I'm going, what is this video game? What is this? Can anybody tell me what this is? Oh, it's what? It's Celeste or something? I ain't never heard of it before. The hell is Celeste? What's Fortnite? What? Fortnite? What is that? Okay, Minecraft. What is that? Wait, you're building something? Why would you want to build something? Wait, what's the purpose of the game? Do you do anything? You know what I mean? I'm not a video game guy. You know? I'm just not. I played one of them, really liked it, but I'm mostly just hooked on World of Warships for multiplayer. Ah. Interesting. Wait. Mr. T. Oh, and Debbie, you did say something. I just accidentally skipped over it. You did say something about... Hold on. Isn't this in Revelation? man will turn against man. But man has been turning against man for a long time. I mean, that's why wars exist, right? But you do have a good point. You do have a good point. It is definitely. I don't know if it's the last days. It's so funny. It's funny because just the other day, I'm literally not even the other day. Today, I'm sorry. I literally was entertaining the idea of what if we had to leave this country. Think about it. What if things get so jacked up that you have to try to seek refuge in Canada? Let that sink in for a second. Or trying to seek refuge somewhere else because COVID is so bad, because you can't find work here anymore. Man, they just had a thing yesterday, this morning, where they did a interview with one of the representatives of Delta Airlines, and Delta Airlines was sitting there going, yeah, we're going to have to scale back. We're scaling back a lot. A lot of airlines are just getting destroyed right now because of Rona, Businesses are dropping like crazy, but money is just slipping out of people's fingers, man. It's crazy. I feel like it's like in a world, But it's like that. Imagine if we have to seek refuge in Canada. Bruh. That would be insane. Mr. T12 said, I've been called the worst names in the world playing live online with kids. It's crazy. Yeah. That's why I don't know. Not the being called names. It's just like, I just don't know when I ever have children. And I'm sure when my kids are old enough to start playing online, I'm sure there's going to be a newer version of online. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more things figured out and regulated. But I would hate to have my kids go through that kind of stuff, And I was dead ass serious when I said this before. I've thought about going and buying a video game console of some sort, a PS5 or Xbox or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And just start playing just for the sake of playing. But like I said, it's just, there's just so many other people that do those games, and I feel like I get frustrated really quick, and I would just give up. You know what I mean? Those joysticks are a pain in the ass, man. Huge pain in the ass. Just to clear my previous point, schools focus more on sports than education, which most are combat-related sports where physical violence is required. I see your point now. Okay, I see your point, Michael D. That's a very good point. And yeah, sports is most definitely glorified. Real talk, it's glorified. We look at it and we praise it like a mug. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with being smart. You know what I'm saying? We want our kids to be the coolest kid in the school, and most of the time it's because they're a jock or something. Not because, hey, my kid's got brains. He's a smart kid. He's a bookworm. He got knowledge. You know what I mean? Not really. A lot of times it's like, oh, he's the captain of the football team. He's a beast. And he's got the finest, girlfriend, and that's what they all show on these TV shows, and all that is such a sad thing. Chardon, no, I don't even play games on my phone. I just don't. I'm too busy. Like, honestly, I'm so busy creating stuff and creating skits or creating content, for the show, or finding more content to talk about on the show, or trying to put together, find as much information as I can to come up with my own ideas about a situation, that I just don't have time for it. My girl plays spades on her phone. Real talk. I I think that's the most video game-ish that we get in this household. My high school is pretty violent and mostly just teaches how to survive. Yeah, video games give me motion sickness, so I don't play them. I play guitar. Right on, Michael D. I feel you. I feel you. You know, I've been picking that thing up every once in a while. You know what I mean? I'll pick that up every once in a while just to get the sensation back again, playing the guitar. Ramon, Reza Ramon, what's up, man? What a guan, man. How you doing? I watch video games for technology. Mainly, I do some game coding, too. Look at you, Yogi Fish, man, the multi-talented mother lover up in this piece. Things have never been this bad. And that's true, Debbie. You're absolutely freaking right. Things have just been getting weird, man. You could cherry pick anything from that ancient comic book. LOL. Yeah, no kidding. Sorry, I'm all the way behind. You guys are freaking light years ahead of me right now in conversation. You should do a video game skit where you rage quit and destroy everything in the room because you lose to a 6-year-old or something. You know what's funny is that I've been wanting to do a skit with my nephew, and because he plays video games like crazy, so I've been wanting to do a skit actually doing a throwback game where I'm challenging him to an actual video game and seeing what levels we can get. Like if he can go beyond the levels I can get, if he can beat me, and see how far he can go. But it has to be a vintage throwback video game. You see what I'm saying? Now, when I was a kid, Lion King on Sega Genesis was hard as hell. Hard as hell. So I was thinking some sort of throwback like that and challenging him to a vintage game, something that I played when I was a kid, and then see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And I figured that would be a fun little thing, you know, bonding experience, and me get angry because he probably will kick my butt. Debbie, I feel you. I miss laughter too. You know what I mean? I definitely miss laughter too. For sure, for sure. There's a lot. There's so much trash going on. So much sadness. Which is really bad. Unnecessarily bad. Oh boy. You know, you just made me think of something. Maybe okay. You know what? You want to laugh a little bit, Debbie? I'm going to play a throwback. This is a throwback. We'll play this just for fun, and then I got to wrap this bad boy up, y'all. This is a skit. It has to do with Halloween. I'm sorry. It's a Halloween skit, but hey, it's a fun one. It's from, it's old as hell. We'll have some fun. Wait, I hear that about just learning to survive in school. Went to a continuation school, back kid school. People died at my school while I was there. Wow. Got to stay on a swivel to not die there. Damn. It's like, sounds like prison. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Pascal, did you read the article about ice cream flavors and how it relates to your personality traits? Interesting, really. No, I didn't see anything about that. I need to see something about that. Mr. T, if you could send me that, if you have that article, please email it to me, because I would love to read that. Because I'll read it on the show. You know, we could talk about that for sure on the show. That sounds fascinating as hell. And I would love to know then what are your favorite ice cream flavors? You know what I'm saying? But maybe I should hold that for tomorrow morning's show so that you guys can all comment and be a part of the conversation then too. But here it is. It's just called Trick or Treat. So something to laugh at, something fun. Here we go.
Beautiful beef, Skittles.
Trick or treat.
Pascal, what's up?
Yeah, hey, what's up, bro? What's good? Trick or treat.
What are you doing?
I'm trick or treating.
Okay, you're not in a costume.
Yeah, but I still look good.
You're not a child.
Yeah, and?
Or a toddler.
So? Listen, man, okay. I got up. I walked all the way over here. And by the way, that's a long walk, okay? I even brought my own pillowcase, okay?
Did you drool on it? Did you steal it from a toddler's bed? Like, what are you doing right now? Call me tomorrow. Call me tomorrow.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, Jason, come on. Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
Are you kidding me right now? Really, Pascal? What are you doing right now?
It's not me. I mean, I'm not Pascal.
Pascal, I know it's you. You're not Pascal.
No.
Okay, if you're not Pascal, give me a reason to believe it. Show me something. Give me a joke, a trick, something. Make me believe and make me think you're not Pascal.
Here's a trick.
Moving your head is not a trick.
Googly googly.
Okay, stop.
Googly googly.
Just stop it. Just stop with the head movement. Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. I have a joke for you.
Oh, okay.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, I like jokes. Yeah.
Okay, how do you keep a dumbass in suspense? Let me show you.
Okay,
What?
fine.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay, fine. You know, yeah, fine. It's me, okay? Woo.
What
Trick or treat.
What are you doing here? You're not a child. Okay, you're an adult.
Why can't adults go trick-or-treating, okay? Every man and woman should be allowed to go trick-or-treating. I mean, think about a world where we can go out on a holiday and every man and woman can be dressed as Wolverine or Batman or Bane, or every girl could be dressed as a sexy nurse or a sexy nurse or a sexy nurse. I mean, come on. And they go all around their neighborhoods and they fill their pillowcases with that sugary, delectable goodness that we call candy. It could change the world, man.
So you're just here to smoke my weed?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I hope that made you laugh a little bit. Like I said, doing some more skits and all that. Oh, Yogi Fish, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Meme said, "Hey, I'm starting up a business to do with mental health and wellness. Would you be interested in helping with this?" It depends on what it is that you're trying to that you need help with, Meme. But anyway, man, oh man. It was just an article to read. I don't remember where. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. There's but I still look good, man. But yeah, man. But anyway. I didn't. I tried. Damn it. I tried to get some candy, but I was just really there for the weed. Let's just be completely straight funky. I was just there to smoke some weed with my boy. But anyway, so I got to get going. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for being on, conversating with me and everything. We didn't really get to jump into and dive into mental health really into this conversation. But we will definitely talk a little bit about it tomorrow as well, because I'm sure there is still, as we have been talking now, there is still more developing news in regards to Kanye and everything that's going on with him. It's really really sad. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I hope that skit made you laugh. I know it was like kind of last minute. Wanted to throw something in to make you guys smile a little bit. And, you know, tomorrow's show will be trying to, you know, keep it as light as possible. Obviously, there's still a lot of stuff that's going on, so we can't totally steer clear from that. But we will be talking more in detail about mental health and how we can, what the right way is to actually approach those things. And so we will be talking about that. And yeah, Kanye is going through some stuff, and it's not really a place, or I hate talking about it because he is in such a terrible, terrible place. But it is something that we do need to talk about, because real talk, we're all going through some stuff right now. All of us, as much as I'm doing these shows 2 times a day and we're talking about all this stuff, there's so many bad things that are going on that it's very frustrating to talk about these things and go through them. So even for myself, it can be mentally taxing on me, for my own self, my own being, and so I can only imagine what it's like for you guys, out there, and how you guys are dealing with mental health and how you're getting through the rough times, because we all are going through rough times, whether it is dealing with a loved one that is sick with the coronavirus, or it's you just trying not to get sick with the coronavirus, or it's you wondering where the next dollar is going to come from. How are you going to pay the bills? How are you going to put food on your table? There's a lot of things to be stressed out about right now. All the violence and mayhem that's going on out on the streets right now. There's a lot of reasons to be scared and be terrified and be concerned right now. So we will be talking about that tomorrow morning for sure, and I just, I want you guys to know that there is a place here. You can treat this as your sanctuary. You are safe with me. You are safe to talk to me and say what's on your mind, and I will always try to come with a lending ear, a listening ear, an open heart. And I always try to at least make you guys smile, at least try, even when we're talking about hard-hitting stuff. I want you guys to know that, because as much as you guys come in and are a part of this, I need you guys too. You guys are important to me too, So yes, and we can definitely talk about that tomorrow morning, Michelle, about Cori Bush's candidacy. We will definitely talk about that, oh, thank you, Mr. T. Thank you so much. And Nikki, no, you're awesome. I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate everybody for being on today. Untreated bipolar is one of the hardest things to live with. Absolutely. When it comes to Kanye, Mr. Michael D, you're absolutely right. He needs a good friend, not his handlers. It's just sad because he has nobody around him that is there to try to help him. That's why, Dave Chappelle got on a plane and flew out to check on him, because I don't think he's around the right people. Tanovane, yes. The slasher video. Thank you for watching my whole skit playlist. I mean, there's a lot more that I have not put on to the page, which I will be there's a lot. And I have a lot more that I'm working on that will be out here fairly soon. Like I said, I'm finally getting back on the train of making content outside of just being in this room. But I'm bringing skits back into the show starting not tomorrow, unfortunately, but I will be doing it starting on Monday. The video I think will be completely 110% done by Monday. And I'm excited because I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that. And then I got another one later on that is something crazy and fun, and hopefully it'll make y'all laugh, and it'll be a really great one too. So I'm excited about that one as well. But anyway, yes. So tomorrow morning I will be on at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, like I always am. All right. So please come on to the show, be a part of it. Please tell your friends about it. Invite a friend or two to come onto the show and be a part of the discussion tomorrow, because we will be talking. We will be talking about mental health for sure tomorrow morning. So we will be talking about that. And I want to open up the lines tomorrow so that you guys can call in, talk, get some, get any concerns or thoughts in your minds, that are thoughts that are on your mind out on the phone, and just, open it up and just have a good convo about things. The other thing is I will not have a show Thursday night. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Thursday night and for the rest of the week, the rest of the work week, the show will not be on. But I will be back on Monday, and I might stream randomly over this weekend. So just be on the lookout. You might see me on a lake, which I'm really looking forward to. Anyway, you guys be good. Be safe out there. Have a great rest of your night. Turn on your alarm so you're up early in the morning for the show tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another, everybody. Keep your head up, y'all. Please keep your heads up, all right? Talk to you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.